We've never had objective history, only what we preserve, curate, and trust as truth. Even photographs, which many believe captured reality itself, are a carefully selected moment in times. As Roland Barthes noted, photography creates that, has been, the illusion of something that once existed. But the image is not the thing. It's representation with a veneer of authenticity. In Technopoly, Neil Postman argued that we've replaced tradition with systems designed to repackage history as a product. Memory is no longer about inheritance. It's about consumption. The past becomes a resource for branding the future, stripped of context and repurposed in sleek ads or AI-generated stories.
Early computing was all about brute force and clever hacks, machines that filled rooms just to do what a pocket calculator can now.
Our obsession with authenticity is a performance. In an age of algorithmic perfection, we crave signs that something was made by hand, grains in film, static on vinyl, cracks in digital textures. These are not errors, but intentional design choices, meant to make synthetic content feel real. Think about Instagram filters. They don't just add color. They simulate the patina of a Polaroid from 1983. We trust what feels authentic, but authenticity is now engineered. Roland Barthes introduced the idea of punctum. A detail that pricks you makes an image unforgettable. Now it's a design feature. We've been trained to notice the irregularities. A slightly off center button on a phone, grain in a TikTok filter, a hand-drawn texture overlay on digital art. These tiny flaws signal honesty. But here's the rub: these home perfections are algorithmically designed. What we trust as natural is just another layer of simulation.
In the first place, we can rectify current with it, converting AC to DC. We can do this merely by connecting an electronic tube in series with an AC circuit.
Just this week, a drone video tribute to Cristiano Ronaldo after Portugal's World Cup elimination was revealed to be AI generated. It was crafted with such human warmth. The slow zoom, the soft music, the familiar voiceover, that fans initially believed it came from his team. But no one questioned why the timing felt so convenient or why, there were no official sources cited. This is how nostalgia becomes a weapon in an age of deepfakes. It's not just about convincing people what they see is real, but convincing them they already trusted it. Early bureaucratic systems were designed to eliminate error. Cards and tape fed machines that calculated with rigid precision, a mechanical assurance of truth. But now in this new phase, AI doesn't mimic human intelligence so much as it mimics human irrationality. It adds jittery pauses to automated voiceovers, fumbles over words, even introduces subtle grammatical errors into machine-generated texts. The algorithm isn't trying to look smart anymore. It's trying
In writing our releases, we will show the schedule for the date required into our plans.
We live in a time where authenticity is no longer a fact, but a performance. What matters isn't whether something happened, but if it feels like it did. A photograph no longer captures truth, it sells belief. If an image or memory feels real, we treat it as real. This shift doesn't just affect art or media. It shapes how we trust technology, history, and even our own memories. The photograph was once thought to capture reality. But even then, it isolated that moment from context. It removed the before and after. Now we're surrounded by images, not of what happened, but of what should have, what we want to believe did. These aren't lies, just illusions designed to fit our expectations. And if they make us feel something like trust or nostalgia, then their job is done.
You